So, as a recap, you have all come to Port Nyanzaru at the behest of your benefactor, Sindra Sylvain, in search of the cure for the death curse. Her contacts have determined the source of this affliction is an ungodly necromantic artifact known as the Soulmonger. You've taken in some of what Port Nyanzaru has to offer, gathering supplies. You've hired a guide. You've not been able to gather much information about the Soulmonger yet, but you were invited to visit Grandfather Zatimbe at the Temple of Sabris, where you hope he can shed some light on where to start. Tabaxel has sent word to Lyric Dashland of the Lord's Alliance that he would be interested in the sailing ship he has to offer in exchange for a detailed, accurate map of Cholt that shows the exact location of the ruins of Nangalore and Oralunga. Your guide, Azaka Stormfang, is eager to leave and can be ready to go as soon as tomorrow. She has made camp with your canoes and some of your traveling gear at the mouth of the river Tairiki just outside of town. She has agreed to waive her fee in exchange for your assistance in getting back a wooden mask stolen from her by the evil Terrafolk, who inhabit Firefinger, a huge monolith that lies down the river Tairiki. So you've gathered supplies, you've hired a guide. You start with you back at the Thundering Lizard, gathered around a table, drinks, dried meat, bowls of Ankylosaurus stew, discussing finalizing your plans, any leads you still might want to track down before you head out into the jungle.
If the ankles of these beasts taste so good, I wonder what the rest of them taste like.
So is it the same day in which we killed the dinosaur? Is it the
Same
day after?
Same day.
Is it, okay.
Yeah. So you guys essentially had done that and made your way back to the Thundering Lizard. And it's still during the day, still daytime.
Do we need to pick up any supplies? The insect spray or the rations? I believe we picked everything up while we were out yesterday. But was there anything remaining?
As far as I know, we have everything that we need. I believe we need to still buy the canoes.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, take off for that. I wrote that y'all had already gotten that. I thought that y'all had done that.
We might have done that. I think we decided not to roleplay it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think I did take the money out. Well, let's look in the group loot then. That's why we have it. There are 2 canoes in our group loot, so yes, we do have them.
Yeah, and it fits because Azaka's got them waiting for you. Yeah.
Plenty of insect repellent.
Yeah.
Extra.
So you've got a couple of things, I guess. You could meet with Grandfather Zatembe, although he needed a little time to rest. He asked you to come back tomorrow, in fact. And there's some help wanted boards, and there's just general exploring of the town, if you like, or asking around for anything you can find out about the Soulmonger or the Death Curse.
We listen about the bar and see if anyone's talking about it at all, overhearing people talk or whatever. But I would like to, if possible, I have not seen many people of my religion. I would like to go talk to this priest Silver. She's a priestess of Torm. I would like to speak with her about her mission. Perhaps when we get back, we can help her with hers.
Yeah, sure. You can do the same thing. You can take the tab off, the help wanted off, and give it to Ecorat, and he can send off for her. If you'd like to do that, he'll do that.
Yes, please.
All right. So he sends one of the little porters off, and a little Cholton boy just runs off.
We must be running a tab by now. What do we owe you?
And he said, "Funny you say that, man." And he pulls out a piece of paper, and he's got it tabulated. And I think with the drinks in the room, we paid for the one night. I'll say, how about 5 gold?
That seems fair. What say you people? Friends.
I would agree that seems fair, Mr. Baloo.
Okay. I shall pay for I'll just pull it from party treasure. It's easier that way.
All right. He thanks you for it and just motions and has the girl bring out, she keeps it coming with the dried meats and cheese and the ankylosaurus stew. So you wait, you talk, and you chat for a while, and before long, Undril Silver arrives, and she is very meek, overly dressed for the weather, robed, and has a garment, that we would know, almost like a nun, habit. Sort of like lavender and purple, and with a sort of a gray sash and robe, and she sort of shuffles in, very, very, very quietly, and excuses herself with everyone she passes. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. And in fact, she's so polite. She actually bumps into a chair, and maybe sort of out of habit, she reaches down and grabs the chair and says, "Excuse me," and she walks. She sees Ikarat, and you can hear them chatting, maybe not what they're saying. And he points over to you, and she thanks him profusely and tries to offer him money, and he pushes it away. And she makes her way over to you, and
Blue stands up quickly, knocking over several things on the table. Is it clumsy? Priestess, how are you? And he elaborately bows, and again hitting something on the table, banging his head, and coming up, rubbing his head, and says, "Oh,
yeah,
that's not good."
Yeah, you kind of frighten her a little bit. She sort of jumps back.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean not to scare you. I am Baloo.
And I am Undril Silver. I understand you may be willing to escort me to Camp Vengeance.
Yes, that is something we have discussed. We have a task to do prior. In a few days' time, we should be able to. When we head back to the city, we were wondering. I asked my friends here if we could escort you as fellow followers of Torm.
And she looks relieved. Oh, finally, someone willing to help me. And you see, she's almost trembling a little bit. She's very, very lithe woman. She's like wheat blonde hair and like blue gray eyes. And
please sit down. And I reach down with my trunk and lift Nimbus off his chair and slide the chair over. And then set Nimbus down on the.
Simply asking would have been fine, Mr. Baloo.
I apologize. I have problems with space.
I imagine.
If it's all right, and she looks at Nimbus. I'm sorry. Is that okay?
Oh, it's fine. I was about to get up to offer my seat. Mr. Baloo just expedited it.
Thank you very much. And she pulls it up, and she's sits bolt upright in the chair with one hand crossed over the other. You see, I'm a priestess with the Order of the Gauntlets, and I've been ordered to travel to Camp Vengeance to deliver myself, along with some dispatches, to Niles Breakbone. He is the commander there. And then she sort of hangs her head a little bit and gives a little laugh. When I arrived by boat, I thought the matter would be as simple as buying a mount and make it an enjoyable, leisurely journey. I thought I might take in the countryside of Cholt, but Cholt is nothing like the Sword Coast. The jungle is nigh impossible to traverse on horseback. It's quite deadly, in fact, without protection, I hear.
Yes, we've heard something similar. What is the Order of the Gauntlet, if I may ask?
It is a group who is... they protect the weak. They are proponents of law and order.
Can I roll a insight check on that?
Sure.
And of course, nothing shows up. That's awesome.
Nimbus, if you have something you're interested in, I can explain on our journeys.
On the Order of the Gauntlet, are you part of that order as well?
Yes, I am a priest of Torm.
Is anyone who's involved with Torn in the Order of the Gauntlet?
Not necessarily.
They are like a specialized group, I believe.
Yeah, the Order of the Gauntlet is one of the factions. So, you've got the Harpers, Emerald Enclave, the Lord's Alliance.
Put it this way, not all Order of the Gauntlet are priests of Torm, but there are plenty of priests of Torm within the Order of Gauntlet.
Right.
So, what she's saying sounds legit, I'm assuming. I rolled a 16. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the Order of Gauntlet, she I think that maybe you've heard more after sort of, jogging your memory that they are indeed after law and order. And unlike the Harpers, who would kind of just gather information and wait for things to happen, they actively seek out evil and would do everything that they can in their power to fight it. Zealous, almost. Not almost, but they're very zealous in what they do.
So, are you able to wait a few days until we return from another task for us to take you?
Sure, no one else has been willing to do so. I've been here at 10 day already. I suppose I could wait a few more. I really appreciate you willing to do it.
Before we take our leave of you, ma'am, have you heard of the Soulmonger?
I'm sorry, I've not. What is that?
It's a bad thing causing a bunch of problems here.
I see. I'm sorry to say I don't know much about that.
We are planning to try and to stop the death curse.
I have heard of this death curse all the way up from where I'm from, El Terrell. Are you familiar with it?
I do not know.
It's far down east of Baldur's Gate, down the River Chianthar. Anyway, it's been trouble there as well. People who've been brought back, many of the paladin fighters, have been stricken with it.
They say the Soulmonger is responsible for this.
And you seek to find it and put a stop to it.
Of course.
How brave.
Thank you.
Hopefully we can do it in the amount of time that is needed before our friends pass.
Indeed, I've lost many friends myself already.
Oh, how rude of us. Did drink or something to eat?
Oh, no, I'm fine, thank you. And she sort of kind of nods graciously, thanking you, but demurs. Well, I'll head back to the temple, then. If you're unable to leave now, perhaps you could send word. Ikarat could let me know when you're ready to go.
Yes, we will find you. Do you have any you have been here, you said, for 10 days. Have you found any insight of people maybe that we could talk to about certain things? Perhaps the jungle or this soulmonger or even the death curse.
Have you heard of the Temple of Savras? Grandfather Zetimbe? I hear he is a man of answers.
Well, that is very nice. I appreciate that information.
My pleasure.
Have a wonderful day.
She stands and curtsies to you all. Thank you. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you when you get back.
May the blessings of Torm be on you. And I stand up as well, probably knocking over something like that.
Yeah. Oh, and she like tries to catch it and unsuccessfully.
I'm so sorry. I'm very clumsy.
And thank you, Blue. And she hurries out the door.
I nudge Nibus. She's very nice, huh?
Yes. Do you like her? You seem to be very awkward around.
She is a little bit my superior.
What do you mean?
In the hierarchy of the church, she's a bit of my superior.
So you can't like her?
No, that's not what I mean. She's.
Oh,
not,
is that why you were very?
Yeah, she's not my type.
Oh.
Our tusks are too small.
I see. Yes. So, where are you in the order of your church?
I am very low. We have titles, and my title is. I do not remember at the moment.
Well, if the death curse keeps killing people, there'll be openings, and perhaps.
That is true. Yes, maybe I will move over into the paladin. The way I'm with you guys, I might need it.
Job creator, really it is. So should we go to the temple, or should we rest? I know Father Zentembe or Grandfather Zentembe wanted to rest, but I'm not sure if you want to try to talk to him today, or should we wait till the morning?
Yeah, he asked you to come back tomorrow. He was a little shaken up by being knocked unconscious by the dinosaur, so he requested that you give him opportunity to rest and meet him tomorrow at the Temple of Savras.
We could go after morning prayers and speak to him, and then leave with the guide after that.
Mr. Leon, Mr. Snon, would you agree?
Yeah, let's not bother him today.
And just then, you see a young Cholton woman, frantic, crying. They wear a little bit of eyeliner, and it's like running down her face. And she comes in the room, and she goes over to the board, and she takes one of the things off the board, and says basically to the bar, to everyone. And Ikarak kind of rolls his eyes a little bit, and she says, "Are none of you brave enough to run the gauntlet? Is there a real warrior among you? I have gold to pay," and she holds up a hefty coin purse. "Nothing from the lot of you." She goes from table to table, and they kind of like turn away from her, maybe like a little embarrassed. And she comes to your table, drops a nice sized coin purse on your table. "What about you?"
I shrug my shoulders and look at the guys and say, "We have time."
Is this that death gauntlet?
Yes. Sounds like to me like a GM hook.
Yeah, you can tell her. You can tell her no. Although there is a pretty map for it.
I am priest of Torm. I protect. But your full brother, he was caught stealing. He's not innocent.
He does not know right from wrong. He's a simpleton.
Hopefully he knows left from right in the maze.
It's no maze. It is a simple straight line. You just run through and climb out the other side to win.
It sounds like your brother will have an easy time with the task.
He is no warrior. He is no thief, even, obviously. He's a simple boy.
You tell us his story. How did he come to be, even in the present, a magical dagger from a merchant princess?
He is but 16 years old. He told me...
Boy?
A man, a boy...
What is your boy's name?
At that age, it's hard to tell. He's still a boy. He'll always be a boy to me.
What is his name? Aladdin?
Utoma.
Utoma.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, guys?
And my name is Yowande.
What do you say, guys? With orange firebolts, we can't possibly lose.
Is it just a fight, or is it an obstacle course?
You enter one end, one or more, or all of you, matters not. And there are some obstacles.
From what he said, dependent on the amount of people in your skill, they release creatures to follow us, to keep us from getting away. If we outlude or kill the creatures and escape, we win.
Yes. Very simple, much as you say. Piece of cake.
I wink at you, Ande.
This doesn't sound simple at all. That's not... Simple would be going in with nothing chasing you.
No! Dinosaur Slayer, you are scared of going into the gauntlet?
If I have to fight, I fight. I don't look for fights.
Then you can run really fast, can't you not?
That's a valid point.
Yotoma, he is, like I say, a 16-year-old man boy. His friends, he says, put him up to it. It's just stupid. I fear, though, he's made it worse by agreeing to do this. Again, a simpleton thinks he can outrun or outpace these dinosaurs, but I fear he is no match.
Well, to be fair, I don't believe I can outpace a dinosaur.
Not even a really slow one?
Maybe the slow one.
If the group agrees, I will go as well.
Okay. She...
I'd have a go at it.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Nina said we will go.
Very good. All right.
I did.
So she'll lead you out to the old city, out through the, I believe this is called the North Gate, up here. And you can actually see Executioner's Run on the map. It's kind of like a long rectangle there. And when you get there, you see a small crowd gathered about. And this.
On the way there, I tell everyone, try to look feeble so they don't give us a whole bunch of shit. And look at Blue and say, try to look feeble.
I'll trip everywhere.
There you go.
So there's where you find yourselves. That is the Executioner's Run. And you hear people taking...
Why did they spill so much wine in the bottom?
Because they're running.
That is blood, Mr. Blue.
And you see Wande, she goes and they have Utoma, and she talks to the guards, and the guard says, "Is it true? How many of you will run?"
Do we all want to do this, or just a couple?
I say let's all do it. That way, if one of us fails, the other ones can help.
I think left out he can watch since he's technically not here. We want to.
Yeah. I'm going to watch from the sidelines.
It's like he's here.
Yeah, sure, we can all do it. As long as everyone that agrees, I guess move your token to the red square.
Yeah. And so it goes like this. In the bottom of the pit, it's a little sandy. You can move per turn. your movement speed. It takes, at the other end is a netting. It's the rope netting, a rope ladder. And it takes 1 round to climb that rope ladder. You can tell that a lot of people actually get all the way to the rope ladder, but as they're trying to climb up, perhaps don't make it, given the amount of blood and gore at the end of the track.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. All right.
We may want to come up with a plan for the rope ladder, where some of us climb and the other cover.
My question is, once we are out, can we help the people that are still in?
No help from the sidelines is strictly forbidden.
No. I mean, once we have climbed to the top of the thing, can we help the people that are still climbing?
No, once you're out, you're out. No help from the sidelines or from the. You can help from the rope ladder, but not once you've gotten out. You're done.
Okay.
Yeah.
How high is that rope ladder? So 1 minute or 1 round to climb?
1 round to climb. I think it's 15 feet, if I recall correctly.
Okay. How tall are you, Blue?
I am 7 feet tall.
You could probably boost the smaller guys right up there.
That is not the problem. With my trunk, I should be able to lift you to the top.
That's humiliating.
Oh, because you are. I bet you could jump to the top.
That
But I
is
mean,
entirely possible.
Sam's gonna listen.
I mean, if we can get Snarn up to the top of that without going over, casting spells down or whatever, slow him down or something. I mean, we can all climb while he's doing that or something.
Okay. While you guys are sitting there, they dump over, and they just sort of land and pop upright. 2 very small dinosaurs, and the guards behind you are. Yeah, velociraptors, and they're sort of poking behind. They're poking you with their spears, hurrying you into the pit.
She forgot to mention the spears being poked at us part.
Yeah, she's just over there hugging her brother. So let's roll initiative. Nope.
I'm gonna pull out my rapier and a dagger.
All right.
So we have to click on our initiative, right?
Yeah, click your token and click the initiative button.
I have 0.08.
That's what I like to see.
Yeah. That will get you going. All right.
We'll go last. Just so you know, Sam is in the chat just listening.
Oh, okay.
That's why he joined. Sam, we're doing the Race of Doom.
Can't believe Hickaby's down to 1 hit point already, but
I can't believe he wanted to go in all by himself like that. He took out like 4 dinosaurs. It's ridiculous.
I'm tired over here.
He's like, my bow does like 60 points of damage every shot.
He's a little tired. They did get the nipple back on, like I said, but upside down, and there's like a little infection. Yeah, so it's not that it's causing him like damage, it's just very tender. All right, so you're prodded into the pit. I'm just gonna throw you in there. Boom, 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 and the guards sort of come up to the edge of the pit. So you essentially no going back past the stairs once you're in the pit. And as soon as you reach the pit, the velociraptors turn and they start snap their jaws at you. And Tabaxel, you are up first.
All right, I'm gonna run right in.
Nice little beasties.
All right, and then I'm gonna. What's the range on a dagger? 20 feet.
Are we able? Can we kill these things, or
Yes.
are we not supposed to harm them?
Yeah, you can kill them.
Perfect, 20 feet. All right, I'm gonna throw a dagger at this one right in front of me.
All right.
20.
20 hits.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, you stick him good. Fuck. It just makes a thud as it goes all the way up to the hilt.
And then I'm gonna pull out another dagger. And I'm I'm set.
Okay. Snarn is up.
Are you muted?
I think this will probably be the... Okay.
And it'll do a firebolt to the top.
All right. 15 is a hit. And you see, as you do that, they dump another dinosaur in. Boom.
Oh boy. If that one is bigger,
All right, 15 hits, 8 damage. Yeah, you roast this one. The dagger just is coming loose. It's like waddling, like flopping around as he's running towards Tabaxel, and you just smoke him, and he falls dead in his tracks. Yeah. Okay. The Velociraptor. I forgot what their movement was. 30, okay.
just 30. Wow.
Yeah, no, I thought they'd be faster. He's gonna make a beeline to Tabaxel. And he will attack.
The bags don't watch out.
Missed. Dodge out of the way.
23.
That is my friend.
Yeah, the bite hit. It's the claws miss.
Alright, 6 damage. And that is his go.
A lot of damage for level 2.
Yeah. Wait till the other one gets there. Leon, you're up.
I'm gonna run up and take a bow shot at it.
Okay. Yep, 16 hits. Boom. Stick him. For 3. Okay. Excellent. It's not as it's more of a sort of like winging shot. You did cut him open and he does feel it, but he is still up. Nimbus, you're ready.
Alright. I'm gonna go my 40 feet, and then I'm gonna use my quarterstaff on.
Mm-hmm.
And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna do a.
Well, let me.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's that one does it. So if you want to save your bonus action for something else, whack! You hit him over the head, and that, along with the arrow sticking out of his head, knocks him dead.
The whole time I'm looking up at like the sister and the brother. Nimbus is just looking up at them like, I hate you people that we're in this because of you, and you're not even down here. It's not like we're even protecting this guy.
Yeah, and you hear him the whole time. No, not like that. Not like that. Like this. You stab him like that, and he's just like, yeah.
I'm going to show you how to punch correctly when I get out.
What are the odds that they bet against us?
I don't even want to think. Wait, we could bet. No one told me we could. And I bonus action. So
What was the bonus action?
I was gonna use martial arts, but there's
Oh,
nothing
okay.
martial art right now.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be the end of my turn.
Oh, okay.
Do a nice close.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like 2 dinosaurs in one day. 2 dinosaurs in one day.
So
Okay.
I accidentally pushed the button. I was just wanting to look at what it does.
Okay.
How far it was. It's probably what I'm gonna do. So if you want me to keep that, I can.
Yeah, that's fine. 60 feet? Is that 60 feet?
Well, I'm gonna be moving up 30.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, go
I
for
was
it.
looking at the range of the spell,
Ah, right.
and unfortunately, I clicked it.
Yeah, instead of the settings button, yeah,
Yeah.
I do that. Yeah, go for it. Move up and do your thing.
And I should be within 60, right?
I think so. Let's double check. Doop. Yep.
Yep.
so I'm gonna make a deck save.
Which is probably not hard for a tiny lizard, but
You'd think it'd be easy, but let's see. Oh, 12. He just misses.
yes.
All right. So he takes 3 damage. Is there any other effect to Sacred Flame or? Nope. Okay. He just lights up real quick.
It angers him.
Yeah. He gets double strength. Tabaxel, you're up. And you see them over there. They're like, they're making short work of the dinosaurs. And the crowd's booing. Bring the big one. And Tabaxel, it's your guy.
Alright, I don't think I'm gonna move right now because I stay in a group. So I guess I can throw another dagger. 60 feet is the maximum, though, so what's that disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just throw another dagger.
It's a miss, yeah. And you see them dump this creature into the pit right between these two people here. Oh, damn it. Okay, there we go. Boom.
Jesus, who's dumping these things?
I've got plenty more on the GM layer.
Are there like creatures all lined up alongside this thing?
Yeah, they've got them. Yeah, they've got them tied up, and they've got them in like
Oh,
the.
you didn't tell us this when we got here. No.
Yeah. So yeah, they dump this big one in. It rakes at the ground, and the small one. Let's see.
The small one gets eaten by the large one.
That would be nice. Let's see the move. Okay. Can only move. Let's say he moves to about here. Kind of a little cautiously walks up towards you and doesn't do anything. That's what he can do actually on his turn. Snarn, you're up.
Move forward a bit, and I will firebolt that guy.
That is a big dinosaur. Perhaps we should focus him after.
All right, which one? The medium or the large? The little guy? 11 misses.
That's it for me.
All right, Leon.
I'll move up a bit. And launch an arrow into it.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, I think last round you couldn't hit anything with it, or was that the time before?
Yeah, when we were fighting Taban.
Yes, right. Yeah, nice. You stick him really well.
7-level gladiator.
Yeah, he was tough. Yeah, you stick it right just below the neck and right into his, I guess, peck, and he screeches at you, and he just looks angry. Nimbus, you're up.
I can hear Hickabee now. It's like, damn, you're letting all the meat go.
Turn this on.
Yeah. Come on now.
Come on now, I want all that meat.
Not in the backstrap. That's the good part.
So I'm going to use Nimbus is going to use his quarterstaff on the closest one to him.
Okay.
Sure, it's not a buck and a quarter snap.
15 is a hit.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to just kind of do a couple blows to wherever his rib cage would be.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's just like a big chicken.
All right. Yep. Hit. Still up. You got one more coming, right?
No, that was it.
Oh, okay. I thought it was flurry of blows. My bad.
I didn't use a key point.
Okay, gotcha. Nimbus. Blue. Sorry. Yeah.
I'm going to shoot at the big one.
Okay.
Sacred flame. Ooh, look at the
Yeah, too. But it's fire. Let's see here. Dex. Let's see. Multitask.
This radiant damage from my god.
Nice.
Torn
Oh,
protects
radiant.
us
That's
all.
right. Yeah. He makes it. So no damage on
No,
a miss,
no,
right?
it's one.
One. Okay, half one.
Oh,
Okay.
no, wait. Hold on. Let me check.
Or is that a cantrip?
It is a cantrip.
Yeah. So 9. No cantrips have the half, I don't think.
Alright, we'll just assume none until I tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I got the PHB right here. All right.
That's one.
Scorching Sacred Cantrip. Yeah. No damage on a save. Yeah, so he will take off running towards you.
Like bright lights. That's what I wanted.
Yeah. So he will try to pounce on you. So he's going to roll a claw attack.
He misses.
14 misses. Okay. And he tries to swing at you, and you dodge out of his way. And he snaps his teeth at you and misses. And that's it. That's his go. Tabaxel, you're up.
Okay. I will run up to this guy, and I'm gonna pull my dagger out of this dinosaur as I do, and then I'm going to attack. Little rapier.
XP.
Ew.
That's a miss.
Alright, and then I'll. Guess I'll attack with my dagger too.
Offhand. Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
There you go. Cool. And throw a little sneak attack sauce on that.
Okay. Yep. Shit.
The
Yeah,
dagger probably
one
just went through the skin.
Still 1 point closer.
Yeah. There's a damage for the dagger, by the way.
Oh, okay.
5.
Yeah, I was about to say, where'd that go? Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
one.
Tried to make it look real cool, though.
It did. Watch this, guys. Okay. This guy will attack Mr. Nimbus as he is the closest. Oh! 3 attacks.
Oh. Alright, hold on 1 second.
Looks like you got 15,
Yeah, I got a 15. So
12.
11, 18. So 2 of them hit for 12 points total. That's fun.
Shiny new hit points. Okay. Yeah. He takes a swipe at you, and you move out of the way of the bite, and then he just reaches up, like, kind of rears back on his hind legs, and his foreclaws just rake you. Snarn, you're up.
Right? I'll move up to there and I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt on the big one.
Okay. All right. A 14 is a hit. So it takes lightning damage, 7. Okay.
Yeah, 7 lightning damage.
All right. So the Witch Bolt, you can continue that damage, right? Or do you re-roll every time, right?
I re-roll the damage every round.
Okay. Gotcha. Is that concentration or?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Leon.
Yeah, I look at the smaller one attacking Nimbus, and I yell out to him, "I got you, little buddy." For bolted, not Nimbus.
Oh, the music's on. Right.
I had it on. It was quiet though. 14's a hit. Oh yeah, you take him down too. It's my buddy. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Leon.
I bow a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, the dinosaur's face gets half buried in the sand as it goes to the ground. Robin Hooding it tonight. Nimbus, the dinosaur that just attacked you is no longer with us. However, behind you it's a huge dinosaur.
So Nimbus kind of turns and just seeing this smaller dinosaur defeated, he's like, kind of taking a sigh, and then he just turns and looks, and he's just like, Jesus Christ. So I'm going to use my quarterstaff on that large dinosaur. Oh, that's doing nothing.
That's nothing, yes.
But then for my bonus action, I'm going to disengage.
Yeah, okay.
And I will actually use my movement.
Work your way toward the end. We need to get to the end.
Is that Step of the Wind or something like that? Yeah.
It's what's it called? Sorry, I don't have my sheet.
That's all right.
Because I didn't pull it into a separate, so I apologize.
That's okay.
It's Nimble Escape.
Nimble Escape. As a goblin. Gotcha.
Yeah, I can disengage him high as a bonus.
Perfect.
And I just went 40.
Okay, cool.
And that's where I'll stay.
All right.
Nimbus, you have gone too far. I cannot heal you.
And
I can't even hear him. I'm so far.
What's that? Yeah, no, the dinosaur like makes a nod as if to try to, get an advantage attack on you, but you're gone before you can even do anything. It whips his head back around at Baloo.
You big lizard. No offense, man. Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, it's you. You're too busy talking to Snar.
I move around the beast without leaving his attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I swing with my mace.
All right. Yeah. 22 is definitely a hit.
Storm says crush.
Dong. Shellac him. He did not take kindly to that, and he will attack you. Let's go with the claws. 12. It's a miss.
Lock it with my shield.
Yeah. Darn, clank. He's getting frustrated. Tabaxel. He's turned away from you slightly.
Alright. Yeah.
Quartering shot.
I'll try to get underneath him and stick him with the rapier.
All right. Yeah, it's a hit.
Cool. Awesome. Do that, and then I'll
Nice.
sneak attack there, and then I'm gonna use my bonus. God damn.
Damn.
So 11.
Okay. Got that.
I guess I'll stick with attacking. Well. Yeah. All right.
Nice. Yeah, offhand dagger. Okay.
Level 3.
Chipping away at him.
Yeah. I
Let's see.
think I'll scoot up just a little bit.
Okay.
Right there.
Snarn, you're up. Reroll the damage, or
I'm gonna move to there and then I'll reroll.
smart.
4 more damage.
Okay. Leon.
Going to move. And then turn around and shoot the big.
All right. Yeah. Can't miss tonight. All right. 4 damage. He looks rough now. He has plenty of holes in him.
Huzzah, my
Lightning
friends,
damage.
huzzah.
Yeah. You guys are making short work of this huge beast.
We must leave before they throw another one in.
Nimbus.
So I'm going to kind of realizing that even if I make it to the rope, that everybody else will still be dealing with this thing.
Yeah.
Nimbus turns and uses a dart on the dinosaur.
And yeah, that's a hit. All right. And you hear from above one of the same merchant princes that came to the dinosaur race. He says, They are killing all of my beasts. Have we none left? There is no challenge for them. Give them what they have. And there are two more tiny beasts, or two more small beasts, and they take them and they kind of go by Hickabee, and they throw them down into the pits.
I thought you didn't say they was throwing, but Hickabee was like, damn, that's cool.
They throw Hickabee into the pit. Get them!
Yeah. That ain't cool. There we go. Yeah, so they do that. And these guys are going to reroll some initiative. Okay. I forgot whose turn it is. No, Nimbus just threw a dart. Did I take that off? No, I didn't. 5 damage. Okay. Yeah, he kind of almost like goes to his to his knee on one of his legs, the big dinosaur. And it's in fact his turn. I think he's going to try to attack Tabaxel this time. He's had no luck with Baloo. He's just going to snipe, try to bite at you.
Swear it was a crit.
8. I'm rolling like shit tonight. Yeah. He's barely keeping himself up, so he just bites at you, but just fails and falls short.
That
Baloo.
would have sucked, man. 16 damage.
That would have totally sucked.
That would have sucked if I was full health.
So Blue grabs his mace hand, goes over his holy symbol and grabs it, and he raises his shield between him and the dinosaur, and he says, "By Thorn's holy light, protect my friends." And may my protection you be healed. I give 5 points of healing from my my channel divinity, preserve life. I give 5 points to Nimbus and 5 points to Tabaxel.
Okay.
Ooh, thank you.
I get 10. I get 5 times my level. So.
Cool.
Thank you, Mr. Blue.
You guys are feeling better. And Tabaxel, it's your turn.
We have more friends.
All right.
Yeah, you hear the merchant prince. I have a lot of money on this.
If you did not bet on us, you have failed.
Is the merchant prince an arrow range? Just kidding.
He is.
Nimbus just looks up and shouts, like, he's pissed. He just looks up and shouts, "I'm gonna get out of this, and I'm going to shove your money up your ass."
He kind of like, just like whips his cape around him and falls back behind several gladiator guards.
19 hit.
Yeah, that's a hit. Probably do it. Yeah, it does it. Just enough. He had 5 left, so you were able to climb up beneath him and pierce him, and he just, that was all it took. He'd had it.
Get to the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna move then.
Get to the chopper.
Excuse me.
Alright. And, you know what I'm gonna do is put my weapons away and grab my bow.
Okay, Snarn, you're up.
I'll run up to there and I'm gonna firebolt the closest.
Oops.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Sweet.
Nice, 10 damage. Yeah, kind of stopped him in his tracks. They were obviously coming towards you guys. That it for you?
Yes.
All right, this guy's gonna run up to Blue here. This guy's gonna run. He's got 40 feet, so he's gonna get to there. And let's see here. This one will try pounce. I think they'll both try pounce. He'll just run over the dude. So they're both going to try claw attacks. If they hit, they get something. Oh wait. Pounce.
Who's attacking him first?
One with bite, two with its claws.
Do you get 3 attacks?
Yeah, I think instead of the pounce, they're just going
Are
to.
you attacking Blue or me first?
I think he's going to attack Blue first. Multi attack. I think one of those hits. So 6 piercing damage with the bite. The claws just can't get through your armor. And here we go. 19. So looks like some of the claws get to you, Leon.
Yep.
Take 9 slashing. And they're all over you. They're just like, just like claws, elbows, and snot and tears, and they're all just desperately trying to get at you. And you're up too.
All right.
I can't see from here. I'm gonna move down.
Now, which one had already been hit?
I believe.
One by Baloo.
Yeah, the one by you. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I'm gonna aim right at his mouth and take a bow shot at it.
Oh, miss.
If you take a bow shot in melee combat, you're at a disadvantage too, right?
He was shooting at yours though, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And also, is that true?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought that's why you were shooting at his.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Nimbus, you're up.
Nimbus is going to use a dart on the dinosaur that's closest to Leon.
Okay. Hickabee's like, get out of there. Yeah, 11 misses, sorry.
We do not have to kill them. We can just leave.
If one of us leaves, they can't help the others.
I just mean we get closer to the bike. I will take the charge.
And then I'm gonna move to the rope, but I'm holding off, starting to climb until others are.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
Alright. The Allosaurus. They will attack what's near them, I suppose. No, that can't be right.
That's a big dinosaur.
Oh, okay.
He's dead.
Let me take him off, thanks. Baloo. Looks like Nimbus is hung up. It's like I still see all like the tracking numbers.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, there they go.
Baloo will go to here and hopefully get to distract this one by hitting him with the mace.
That's a good way to distract them, yeah. Oh, it's a miss. The tide has turned, it seems. Tabaxel, you have a choice.
Yeah. Which one is the one that looked really fucked up?
Only one of them has been hit once, and that was the one to closest to, or to the north, I guess. The one nearest blue. Well,
All right.
yeah, that one.
All right. Gotta take him out.
Yeah.
17.
17's a hit.
9.
Okay. Still up.
You still up? Can I get sneak attack to that?
Yes.
I'm not too good at sneak attack on ranged. Okay. So
Yep.
that's a D6.
Blue's
There.
within. Oh, that's where you needed it. Yeah. He stumbles to the ground. It's like he gets sand on his snout, and he lifts up, and he's just like wobbling in place. He is just this side of dead.
Awesome. And then I'll move.
Snarn.
So that one's still up, you said?
Yep.
Alright, I'll firebolt.
Yeah. Any damage will do.
3 damage.
He is done. Okay. My guy here is in for some turtle soup. None of it.
Nice.
Yeah, shitty rolls. And you can see the guys with the best armor class are still in the pit. That's all he's got. In fact, what he's going to do is try to... Nah, he's going to stay there. He's not stupid. Leon, you're up.
Since I'm at disadvantage and I have my bow, I'm just going to
Just back up. You take an attack
Yeah,
of
can you-
opportunity, but
Mm-hmm.
You
what she
disengage
do
from
is fall
that?
down.
Nah, I just go into my shell and gain 4 AC.
So what does that look like?
You just see suddenly my I don't know how to. I guess somehow my weapons go in with my bow goes in with me, and just my legs, arms, and head just go in my shell. You see it kind of spinning on the ground.
Yeah.
Like
Nice.
a coin.
Yeah.
Do you yell turtle power when you do it?
No.
God, I love being a
I'm a
turtle.
turtle, not a turtle.
Yeah. Yeah. So he,
Nimbus just starts to clap like, bravo, that was amazing.
yeah. And Hickabee's like, oh no, he's dead. Yeah, Mr. Nimbus.
Alright, figuring out there's only one left, I'm going to climb up the rope ladder.
All right. All right, you make it up, no trouble. You are out. Hickabee will leave his skeleton buddy and come over here. Doo-doo-doo.
Yeah,
Power.
there's a skeleton up there.
Yeah. Remember that from Rise of Team?
Yeah. It's like that.
Baloo.
Okay, this is what I want to do. You tell me if I can or not.
Do it.
I'm gonna reach down my trunk and grab Leon, because I can do 5 times my strength with my trunk,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna disengage out of away from him, carrying Leon with me.
Yeah.
He can get an attack of opportunity, but he's got a higher AC, so if you want to do it that way.
I think he would attack you. You can either disengage. I think
Sure.
grab him with the trunk and move
just
is
grab
an
him.
action. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just grab him and move then.
Okay. So he'll take an attack of opportunity at you, but he only gets one of the. So let me.
Don't worry, Leon, I will get you out.
He'll try to take a bite at you. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, crits.
crits.
So you take 10 piercing.
I'm done to see.
And Tabaxel.
Holy shit. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna take a shot at the dinosaur.
Crit for a crit. Oh man, you shitting me?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, this one's still healthy too.
But I can get that sneaky.
Nah, not anymore. Not that they left. Snarn, you're up. Unless
It didn't double.
Yeah.
It didn't crit it.
it did.
Oh, it didn't, did it?
Oh no,
Just give it
Yeah.
6 plus 3.
it gave you.
Yeah, I gave you extra.
Yeah, it's
one.
yeah. The 6 is the D6. You only got one, so it's, yeah. You rolled a 1 and a 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
Minimum damage.
oh, I see it now. I see it now. I see how it works now. There are 2 different rolls on either side of the plus sign. I get it.
Right.
Yeah. So.
I'll move, start moving up in that, I guess.
Okay. Snarn.
Well, I'll move up to the net and I'll firebolt at that.
The Dionyscus.
Nice.
Holy crits. Okay. Yep. Okay. And the Dionyscus will haul after Baloo.
Can I use Leon as a shield?
Yeah. Make an athletics check. I'll say yeah. I'll give you a +2 on your AC,
Nice.
and he will try to attack you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, the last one.
The last one, it's.
I'm down to 0.
Oh no! So you pick up Leon and you fend off 2 of them, and then it just gets so heavy. It's just like oh
Off me.
yeah. One slash with the claw gets you real good.
Storm.
And that shell fall to the ground like, hey, what the hell's going on?
That was good.
Oh, that a little goddamn.
Yeah. So Blue's unconscious. Leon, you were being dragged, and you I guess you knew what Blue was doing, and then all of a sudden you hear Dorm, and you hear his huge form hit the sand next to your shell. What do you do?
Okay.
It's an action to get out, though, isn't it?
No, it's a bonus action.
Oh, okay, cool, all right.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to get out of the shell and pop out with my short sword in hand and I guess take a slash at it.
Okay, all right, go for it. Yeah, that's a hit. All right, this one's starting to look rough too now, but he's still up.
I'm going to just stay right there. 'Cause, yeah.
Okay. Nimbus, you just saw. You can't do anything. Well, you can. I'll leave the choice to you.
Can I jump back down
Now, once you,
into the pit?
yeah, once you leave, you're done.
I can't use I can't use a dart or anything like that from up there.
Nah, strictly forbidden. The gladiators will take you to jail.
Fuck.
Yeah, Baloo.
Oh.
Okay, there's a fail. Tabaxel.
Actually, if I went to exactly 0, is that different than going? I guess 0 is still 0, right?
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah. Okay.
still unconscious.
Alright, after I heard that, I'm gonna drop back down to the sand and fire another arrow.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. And that does it.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Blue hits the
How
dirt.
are we gonna carry him out of here?
Difficulty.
A winch, perhaps a crane.
We got healing potions on us, don't we? Or
Do we? 'Cause I'll run back over.
You can do a medicine check too if you want, whichever.
Alright, I'll do it. That's not very high, but I will do it.
Nope, he's snoring.
Or maybe we didn't buy healing potions.
I don't see any in the group loot.
Let me check Hickabee. He was going to take cleric, but he took range or Or rogue, sorry. Alright, no. Somebody else wants to try medicine.
I can. Are we out of combat? Or?
Yeah, you're out of combat.
For now.
They throw in the T-Rex.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's got like sleep apnea, so it's like.
I'm choking on my trunk.
Snarn will give it a try.
All right.
Shocking grasp to bring me back to life.
Okay. Yeah. You're stabilized.
Yay.
Alright, just start dragging him up to the net. But
Yeah. We'll just say for
I guess we have some rope.
giggles, we got you at 1 hit point, and they finally get you out.
Well, if I'm at 1 hit point, if I can cast a spell, I can heal myself.
Yeah. We'll just say they get
Sure.
you out, and
Sweet.
instead of trying to.
Thank you, my friends.
That wasn't such a chore now, was it?
Oh. And
Hickey was like, I want the meat.
that's good meat. And so the merchant prince comes up to you, and he's surrounded by. You remember Taban? He's like several of those guys, several of the gladiators surround him. You've cost me dearly today.
You watch yourself. You were the one throwing him in.
You did fight well, but I do not like you. And he turns on his heel, and the gladiators kind of like fall in step behind him, and he pushes himself through the crowd. Move!
I hope that man was revived, and I hope we stop this curse the day after he dies.
And then
I like you.
the Yawande comes up to you. Oh, thank you so much. And she's got her brother with you, Utoma, and he's just like a punk, just a punk kid. Yeah, you guys did pretty good. I told her I could have done just as well myself.
Yes, I heard that. All heard your encouragement while we were getting bitten.
Yes, well, you fought okay. You see, there were several times when you should have parried. And listen, I don't want to get into it too much, but you fought.
No, let's get into it.
You fought adequately, and I appreciate
Who
it.
gets up with a dark look on his face, and he towers over the boy, and his trunk goes around, just wraps around his waist, lifts him up,
I can't breathe.
walks him over to the edge of the thing, and said, "Would you like to go in and try?"
I was just saying. Oh,
And so I turn back and I put him down. Perhaps next time you will realize the actions that you take may affect others.
very well. Very well. Thank you. Come on, sister. Let's leave.
Gold, please.
I almost forgot.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
And she hands you the gold. I think it was 300, right?
Yep.
Beep, beep. 300 gold.
Party cutter.
Killer. All right.
Thank you. Keep a better eye on him, please. And shove something in his foul mouth.
And Hickabee turns and says, I'm real sore right here. We could go back to the inn and perhaps lay down.
Why is he so?
Oh, that moonshine getting on over.
King us.
Yeah. It's got like that pink where it's like leaching out into like terrible infection area.
So, gentlemen, friends, let us go get a drink, and I lean heavily on tobacco. I'm leaning.
Cool. Excellent. You guys, I'll put you back on the Port Nyanzaru map. Make your way back to Thundering Lizard. And it's starting to get a little raucous in there. You hear a little band playing. And get yourself some drinks. And if you want to spend the night or anything else you want to do. And you still see Ikarat kind of like guardedly going in and out of the back room, bringing out colder than normal Tej.
I'm gonna, since we're having a short rest, I'm gonna use up my hit dice.
You can do a long rest if you guys are waiting to go see Grandfather's Atimbe in the morning. Whatever you want to do.
Well, we heal up overnight, right?
Right.
We're just talking about a short rest.
Okay.
That way I have some extra hit points just in case something happens between now and sleeping.
Perfect. Smoke them if you got them.
Nice. Man, 9. I'll keep my spell just in case. Oh, this cold Tej is very good after that. Exhilarating, exciting, whatever that was.
Coldest Tej in town. I heard that. It is the best. It is a...
The Directed is the best. Thank you, my friend.
Ah. You're welcome and loud.
You know it. And I pull out my trumpet and I start playing.
Yeah. I can see that like the Star Wars Cantina song. Excellent.
Nimbus actually goes to the bar and drinks I'm sorry, what was it called again? I apologize.
Tej.
The Tej, and kind of just looks around and looks at Blue and Mr. Blue, can I tell you a secret?
Sure, Nimbus. Anything for my best friend.
Oh. I do not believe I like humans very much.
Sometimes they get on your nerves, but there are good humans as there are bad humans. You will find the good ones, like our good. Hickabee, trying to figure out the word. No, Hickabee isn't one, and then but our good friend here at the bar that owns the bar here, our patron here, he is a very nice man.
Yes, but he just wants gold for the drinks.
Nah, I believe he's in it for the good of things. He's not scrounging or cheating, at least not yet, that I've seen. But to be fair, Nimbus, your kind is not usually very well thought of in this world.
I realize that.
So, you have to give people a chance like they will give you.
Unfortunately, no one's given me much of a chance. That's a human. And I'm starting to understand why my kind does what it does. And I really don't like that.
I think you're reading too much into it. There are good people and there are bad people. There are good goblins. Well, let me put it this way. Apparently, you are a good goblin. But usually, goblins are just in it for themselves. And it's unfortunate. Not everybody is in it for themselves all the time.
I want to find the merchant prince and rip his nose off with my teeth.
Now that would be fun, but unfortunately that would be murder. We did get ourselves in a situation.
I don't want to murder him, Mr. Blue. I just want to rip his nose off.
I could see that. Maybe someday we can do that, Nimbus. Maybe someday we can do that. Right now, I do not think we have the ability to do so. Do you agree?
I need to meditate on it.
Well, before you do that, I pick up my glass and hold it towards him. Drink,
Yes.
and we clack glasses and drink.
Okay.
Just know that you have friends.
Yes, the non-humans.
Hickabee likes you. Do you not like Hickabee?
I do like Mr. Hickabee.
And then the lady that brought us here, she's human. Is she not?
True.
But she does have a. You are right, though. She does want something for us, so maybe. I think you have to give each person their own judgment. Torm thinks there is good in most people. That is why he's a protector.
That's how I felt when I was at the monastery, even though many of them would not want to train me. But the more I spend outside the monastery, the more I'm starting to feel differently.
You must fight your own demons, Nimbus. It is what we all do.
True, my friend. He takes just a deep drink.
Now back to play.
Yes.
I get my trunk going. I try and get people dancing and stuff.
All right. So as you do that, you see Ikarat come out of the back room, and it's like air conditioning from the back room. Just like a blast of cold air comes out. He shuts the door behind him. More cold days for you.
Yay!
And bringing out drinks, serving. Cool. We guys enjoy a good night there at the Thundering Lizard. And I guess unless there's something you want to do, you can take a long rest. I think if you do, and as you are going to lay down, maybe after the night the bar's cleared out, I think Tabaxel maybe lingers a little bit as he's shutting the door and looks down and sees Ikarad look around. And he kind of shuts the door quietly behind him, and he locks the kitchen door where he keeps the cold tej, and he heads off to bed. Cool. So update your spell slots if you want, or unless there's anything else you want to do.
Before Leon takes a long rest, he casts Good Berries where he goes to sleep, so he can get that spell slot back for the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I get my spells back. And my hit points back.
Yeah.
I'm counting my hit points back.
Yeah. If there's any other spells you want to prepare or whatever.
No, unfortunately, being a... actually, yeah, maybe I would want something. I probably don't need purified food and drink yet. No, I think I'm good.
Cool. Okay. So you wake up the next day, fully rested, and Hickaby's rash or infection, it appears to be waning. He feels much better. Not nearly as tender as he was. Baloo feels better after being unconscious.
Oh, nothing like a good night's sleep for that. Now a hearty breakfast.
Yes.
And tej.
Yes. They have darker sort of tej, perhaps mixed with ale, and they bring that out with biscuits, gravy, cured meats, dinosaur eggs.
Hey, Nimbus, at least the food's good, right?
This is true, sir.
So after breakfast, we're gonna head over there, right?
The Temple of Saraz.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you make your way to the Temple of Savras. Make whoever wants to, or whoever's good at it, maybe Baloo or anyone religious, a religion check, please.
I have +2.
I have +3.
Go for it. All right. You know, very.
I'm losing my religion.
Yeah. Savras is not a deity with which you are familiar. Baloo, however, knows that Savras is the deity of wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and those who unfailingly speak the truth, regardless of whether listeners want to hear it. You know that his symbol is a monstrous eye, or a crystal ball filled with eyes. Savras Temple in Port Nyanzaru appears to you as you approach. It has to be one of the oldest and probably the grandest of one of the buildings in all of Port Nyanzaru. The tiled roof of its great dome, and you see it, kind of going up and down the hills. And you see the top of it as you crest one hill. The top of the roof resembles an unblinking eye, and it's staring skyward. And when you arrive at the temple of Savras, you're greeted by the same robed attendant that was with Grandfather Zatembe when you saved him from the raging Ankylosaurus. And as you come in, it's kind of very dark in there, and she says, Grandfather Zatembe was expecting you. Thank you so much again for what you did yesterday. Grandfather Zatembe, he's feeling much better than he was. He does now, he is with a couple of seekers of knowledge now, but I heard him just a moment ago, in fact, declining to assist them. I'm not sure why. But I'm sure they won't be long. If you'd like to wait, I'll go tell him that you're here. And she motions to a couple of marble benches that line the walls.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay. You sit and wait in this large, cold room, and the entire temple, it seems, is maybe dimly lit, covered in stark marble floor and ceiling and walls, in fact. And you hear Sana, the girl, the attendant, her shuffling feet echo off the wall as she heads off to find Grandfather Zatembe.
This is a nice church.
And after waiting for a few minutes, you see 3 cloaked figures following Grandfather Zatembe. And he appears to be leading them in to the door. And one has his hood pulled back, human male, and you catch a glimpse of a tattoo on his neck depicting a winged serpent. And he is pleading with Zatembe, but kind of coarsely. He says, "Tell us where he is, old man. Think of what you can do for your people with this." And he holds up a ruby, a large ruby, as large as like a marble. And he says, "We simply want to talk to him." And Grandfather Zatembe huffs derisively. "I've already told you I'm interested in neither coin nor gem. I know what it is you seek, and I will be of no part of it." And the man says, he kind of like talks through clenched teeth and says, "We do not intend to leave without that information." And he kind of reaches out, puts his hand on Zatembe's shoulder, stops him in his tracks, and says, "I urge you to reconsider." And one of the other guys in the hoods kind of grabs him on the shoulder to sort of stay him. And at this time, he kind of notices you all in the room. And he takes his hand back and pulls up his hood and leans in.
Blue stands up.
Okay. He puts his hood back on. He leans in close to Grandfather Zatembe. He says, "Your choice, old man. We'll find artists with or without your help." And he nods to the other figures, and they make their way for the exit.
Leon's
Do I recognize that tattoo?
Grandfather, do you need any
yeah.
help?
He waves his hand. No.
Blue follows them out to a point and makes sure they leave.
Okay. The one with the tattoo on his neck, you see him. He sees you following. He sees you following them, and he stops. He says, "Mind your business, Elephant Man." And he puts his hand on the hilt of his sword. And the other two, "No, not in here. The guards." And he looks at you and says, "Another time, maybe." And he kind of turns on his heel, and they all walk out.
Have a nice day.
Can I do a history check on the
Yeah.
tattoo, or would it be a history check?
Yeah, I think you and Jason brought that up too. So if you both want to roll it up,
Oh, Jesus.
okay. Yeah, I think even with that score, you both recognize it as a symbol for the Black Network, Zentarum.
Mr. Blue, I've read about them.
Who are those people?
They're part of the sin. Very, very shady.
Father, are you all right?
Yes, I'm quite fine. I'm glad you were here, though.
Who are those people?
They were no one. As I told you before, I am a man of answers, but not all questions have answers, and some questions should not be asked. They had a question that should not be asked.
Will you be safe when we leave?
Oh, yes. Just to holler to get the guard, and they will be here. They're right outside the door. They're everywhere.
Good. So I hope you have slept well and you feel better from your thing yesterday.
I do. My apologies for not thanking you right off. And he bows as deeply as an old man can. Says, I appreciate what you've done for me. Thank you very much. And
Blue matches this time.
I offered an answer to a question. I am a man of answers after all, and you indicated you might be people with questions. So, do you have a question for me?
I believe we have many questions, but the one big question that we have is probably, and I turn to Nimbus.
Oh, is that my cue? Biggest question, grandfather, is what do you know about this death curse?
More importantly, the item, right? And where to get it?
I was
Tell us
getting
what
to
a
that.
soulmonger is.
That thing. The Soulmonger. I always forget.
I know of the death curse, but I do not know of the soulmonger. I can, though, however, try to divine it for you. It would take me a little bit of time, but I would be happy to do so, to repay you for what you've done for me.
If you could, we would appreciate it.
Well, there is no hurry. We are leaving and we're back in a few days. If that would be enough time.
Nothing but time. I may do it right now if you don't mind waiting.
Sure. I didn't know how long it would take.
And he says that he kind of leads you to a different part of the temple. And he says, I must ask you to wait outside while I peer into the divining pool. I must not be disturbed. And he looks kind of seriously at you when he says that. And he motions to more of the marble benches that line the hallway. And he goes in and he shuts the stone door behind him. And as you sit and wait, you hear faint chanting that lasts for several minutes. And then dead silence for what seems like a half an hour.
He's dead. I think he's dead.
You're very pessimistic, aren't you?
I'm becoming that way.
And then, just as you're talking about thinking he may be dead in there, a half hour goes by, maybe longer. You hear a loud gasp, and Grandfather Zatembe yell, "No!" And then, quickly, you hear some arcane words from him that are hard to make out, but you can tell that they're the language of magic. And you see a flash of light around the frame of the door. And
Now he's dead.
and Zatembe opens the door, and he's drenched in sweat. He looks exhausted, and he in fact, he has to like hold onto the door frame to hold himself up. I have seen it.
What do I have seen? I move over to him and slide my trunk underneath his arms
Yes. I need to sit.
and help him to a chair.
Okay. He sits down. He's still breathing heavy. He catches his breath. He says, I saw a jungle city far to the south, enclosed by cliffs, crawling with snake men. Then I saw the city as it was before Ubtao left this land. It was named Omu. I saw thousands of years pass in the span of minutes. Wars, famines, rivers of lava and floods. The city exists now, still, but it lies in ruin. 9 keys are there. They unlock the terrible tomb that houses the soulmonger you seek. I saw a black obelisk draped in vines that lies near the entrance of the tomb. That is not the worst of it. I heard a voice, and the image I saw went black. The voice grew louder. It boomed in my ears. Did you hear it outside the room?
We have not heard no voice but yours.
And he kind of shook his head. The voice was in a strange tongue, and it grew so loud I covered my ears, and then an image appeared. It was a skeletal man with a crown of bone, holding a staff topped with a skull. The evil I felt as he reached toward me was nearly unbearable. Then somehow, his skeletal hand began to come through the surface of the divining pool, as if to grab me and pull me through. Water from the pool dripped from it as it clutched at my robe. I was just able to stop the divination before that foul hand touched me. Then it was gone. I thought it might have just been in my mind at first. But see for yourself, the floor is wet where the hand emerged. And he kind of like stands up and walks over and pushes open the door. And you see the water all over the front of the divining pool, soaking wet.
Blue's eyes are wide and he's shaking slightly.
So where is this place?
Where? I just know deep to the south, deep in the jungle. You must explore the south of Cholt, in the heart of the jungle. That is the best I can tell you.
Father Utembi, you have given us a great gift.
I wouldn't call this a great gift at all.
We know the face of the enemy.
It's a giant skeleton with a giant staff that almost killed the grandfather. I don't want to know that face. At all.
It is a face we will have to face someday, I'm sure. If you do not remember, the fate of the world is in our hands.
Well, technically, it's only the fate of the people who have died. I haven't died. You haven't died.
True, but I do believe that there is other people involved, and I'm sure this might spread more than just the people who have died. If something that powerful exists, it will seek power.
That's true.
Snarn, you are arcane spellcaster. Do you know any of this? What this might be or anything like that?
Not really.
So we have to go deep into the jungle, find this ancient city. Perhaps we can ask the guide if she's heard of this place.
Yes. I suppose it will all be in due time. But it is harrowing. I offer Father Yutembi some water for my water skin.
Okay. Yeah, he drinks gladly. I feel bad for your, how do I say? I am anxious for your safety. That being, I've never seen someone travel through divination. It's very unnerving.
Yes.
He drinks deeply and I hate to rush you off again, but I am an old man and I am tired yet again.
Do you have an attendant? Is there someone I can get for you?
Sana! And he kind of like
That's right. Yeah.
chokes on, come help me. And you see her kind of like hustle over. She's sort of like hiding in the background always. And she kind of helps him off to my chambers. And she leads him off. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Father.
He nods and off he goes.
Well, gentlemen, we have quite the task at hand, do we not?
Looks like we do. I think we should go shopping.
For?
Something for boo-boos and owies.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's a good point.
My healing alone is not enough, apparently.
That's sad to say.
Is there a potion stop?
Let me check the shops here real quick. I think there are. Buying a special item. Let's see here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In fact, there is. Let's see here. Just where to find it. It is. Yeah. So any of the shops run by Wakanga, in fact, you can purchase. Let's see.
I'm assuming it's just because it isn't just the regular adventuring gear.
No, you can, in fact. Let me find it. It's easier for me to find in the book. Let me grab that. Yeah. In fact, so you can, in fact, buy Port 9 Zaru. Here we go. All right. So Akini Atha is where the kid got busted trying to steal a dagger. You can buy +1 ammunition for 50 gold a piece. You can buy a +1 wooden shield, in fact, for 450, or a +1 dagger, or a +1 yikawa. A yikawa is like a short. It's like a short spear, but with like a long blade. It's almost like with is that a halberd? It's like a blade. It's like almost like a sword blade on the end of a short spear. Let's see here. Yeah, Wakanga shop. He sells basically minor magic items. So, common potions, uncommon potions, first and second level spell scrolls. So,
How much a regular?
let me take a look. I think I've got my own system for that. Let me see. I think the best way to do it. Transmogrifier. Yeah. Yeah, let me do this. If I can find it. Oh, here they are. That's funny. Okay. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna evaluate.
So he'll have up to, I'll say, a d6 plus 1 of the regular healing potions, and the greater healing potions he'll have, but he won't have the superior, all that other stuff. This is just a list from the other game. And he'll have I'll say a d4 of the greater. All right, so he has 3 regular potions of healing available.
Can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
Yeah, I can do that.
Awesome.
So 3 plus 1, yes, 4. 4 available.
Right, I'll buy 3 with just my gold right there.
Okay. So one of those left, and then the greater potion. 1.
Let's see, I'm gonna hand 1 to. I'll just hold up 2. See who wants them.
I'll take 1 if you're offering.
Yep.
Thank you.
Maybe Hickabee?
Anyone else? Okay.
Yeah.
You.
Cool.
I'd point out to Tarrington that his raised dead services are pointless.
Yeah. Let's see. Hickabee. Where is he writing this down here? Bio. You know what? It could be. You get 1 healing pot potion. Damn it. Bam. Okay. Cool.
Do we want to use party loot to buy his last one? It's 768. Hello?
You guys still out there?
Hello?
You guys want to use party loot to buy his last potion healing?
Yeah, that's fine. I agree.
Who wants that one?
Oh, I muted myself. That's why.
He's like, these jerks aren't responding to me.
Why isn't anybody responding? I'm like, we can buy that one. Thinking. Yeah, Sam. I mean, we have 768. You think we're gonna use? I mean, the greater healing is probably like. Oh, that's so loud. The greater healing is probably a little bit over the top, but if someone's really low, we can just hit them with it, and they'll be full up. Because the greater healing is what? 4x8 or 4x4? I mean.
44 plus 4, right?
I'm okay with it. They're still with 400 gold in the bank. Yes, no?
Works for
All
me.
eyes? Works.
400 in the bank, but we can also buy another regular. We might.
They're all gone. There's no
No,
more
you
left.
got 1 more.
No, we're going to buy that too.
Okay, yeah. Alright.
Yeah, because we have 768. There's 418.
All right, so you have 4 regular, 1 greater.
Cool.
So who wants the last healing potion?
We can get 1. Snarn?
Sure. Snards is another range person. Perfect to have.
Sure.
Okay, so Tabaxel 2, Snarn 1.
And I'll take the greater healing and put it in. Basically, be party treasure and carrying most of party treasure. So.
Gotcha. Okay, and Hickabee, the other regular. Cool.
I'm gonna stop off somewhere and buy 40 more arrows.
Okay.
Did you have a bunch already?
we don't make it back, you know.
That's true, I guess.
I meant, you know, if I run out, you know, I'm not gonna.
No, it was Nimbus who had 100 or something like that.
100 what?
Arrows.
114 right now, but that might not be.
What?
What?
Yeah, go ahead and re-up that. What else? Is there anything else? So I think while you guys are out shopping, something bad happens. Which one? I think you're. Yeah, I think you're out sort of walking around, and you know, there's construction going on all the time. The place is growing. They keep expanding the walls outward and outward, and you hear "Look out below!" And you see a non-Cholton, a big, heavy construction worker, like waving his arms, "Look out!" And
Baloo just goes, huh?
yeah, so I think Baloo and we'll go Baloo and Leon make dex checks.
Yeah. Minus.
Oh!
You got inspiration still.
Yeah, you can re-roll it if you want. It's getting close to 9. Oh!
I'm clumsy. What do you want?
So I think Leon kind of like pushes you while he's trying to get away, and you shove, and a huge rain barrel comes, and
Piano?
it's not a piano, but it is a very large rain barrel, and you take yikes,
The damages.
11 bludgeoning.
Oh. I drink the greater healing.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, I can't.
So and you see the construction worker up there. Oh my God, is anyone dead?
No, but it hurt.
They wouldn't be able to answer you if they were.
Does a slimy looking guy come up with a card and say, "Hi, I'm Mr. So-and-so."
yeah. Do we cheat him in hell? Yeah, he's like, and he's like, what in the hell? And he looks at the rope that was holding up the barrel, and you notice him like holding it up and looking, and he's like showing at like the supervisory committee was yelling at him, and the rope, where it broke, it's like a clean break, and there are no fray marks to the rope, almost as if it were cut. Yeah, Baloo, make a perception check. You see out of the corner of your eye, as you're dusting off pieces of barrel, a hooded female figure on the rooftop, and she looks at you, and you guys catch eye to eye, and she turns and takes off.
I believe someone is trying to stop us. That was no accident.
Or they hate Loxodons.
Yes, that might be it.
Goddamn humans.
Thank you, Leon. Was it Leon who pushed me out of the way?
Yes.
Thank you, Leon.
He tried. I'll save you. Oh wait.
He pushed himself out of the way. He just pushed me. He went backwards.
Yeah. So you see her take off. You can chase after her. You think that the building's here? You can scramble up if you wanted to. If not,
About how
you can
far
let her
away
go. She's just at the top of the next building over.
Hold person.
I'm going after her.
I cast hold person.
Okay. Let's
Torm, stop.
let's do some initiative before we start slinging spells or arrows. Yeah. It's not as big a map.
You want some snake woman?
Yeah. Well, you see that, but you see that. But it's a dark hooded figure, and she's had just been peering over the edge. Yeah, she doesn't get the roll. I think she stumbles a bit over all that shit that's up there. And
The dinosaurs go up there too.
no stuff. Okay, that's everyone, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Go to Baxel.
Yeah, I think you see Baloo.
Nice.
Baloo's like looks up and he's still maybe just trying to dust some stuff off, and he points, and just as he's pointing, you notice her too, and she just turns and begins to take off.
Take off after.
Okay,
How far can I get?
you can get just to the edge of the building. You can just get up to the top of the building in one turn. I'll say that's what everyone can do, and perhaps Nimbus can go an extra 5 feet given his extra movement.
Can I throw anything, or is that the whole turn?
Yeah, no, that's just your move.
Let's throw a dagger at her.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is a hit.
Yeah.
All right.
I said stop.
She doesn't want to.
Women never.
She won't listen to me. All right. So Blue, you are up. You see Tabaxel take off after her, and perhaps everybody else is like, "What's going on?"
There is a woman on the roof. Come.
That's vague. Okay, I think you can. We'll just say that everyone from where they were standing can manage to get onto the roof, if you choose to move up to the roof.
And how do we do that?
So what?
And how do we do that?
Well, I'll just say that I just positioned your tokens there, but you were actually all standing next to the roof. You would just climb. So Blue, you're up.
Do you want us to make a roll to climb, or?
Nope, you're good. Not this particular building. Let's say there's a little scaffolding that allows you to clamber up pretty easily.
It's for you.
Probably.
Oh, I can't do whole percent second level. I can't do that. So I yell command. Stop.
Okay.
Storm. Stop.
Stop. What's the DC?
DC is 13.
13. Okay. Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, she stutter steps a little bit. Keeps moving. Snarn. In fact, you can crawl up any of the other buildings around you if you prefer.
Okay.
I'll do a firebolt at her.
Okay. Yeah, it's a miss. Kind of hard to shoot. Like all the guys, sort of are in your way. Your friends, Leon.
I shall hop up and take a shot.
All right. Yeah, that's a hit. Right in the back. Ah. Nimbus Snow.
All right. So all our movement was used to get up here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So can I use dash as an action? I believe I can.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And so I'm gonna go here, and then for my bonus action, I want to do a spin kick to her midsection.
Nice.
All right. Just misses. She's not armored. In fact, she's wearing an evening gown, apparently. Looks like. Let's see. Yes.
Stop, you well-dressed barrel.
Sexy girl.
She sort of hisses at you. She will turn to you and cast suggestion. It's a wisdom saving throw. So highlight your token, and the saves are on the top left.
This, are you talking to Nimbus?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Alright, let's see.
And she says, "Go down to the port. There's an urgent message for you." Oh. Yes.
Finding this.
Hey guys, I'm going down to the port.
Tabaxel. Actually, no, she's going to do that, and then she's going to move. She's going to run down the stairs and leap over to this building here. I'm going to have her make since it drops down, I'm going to have her make a dex check to see if she lands upright or prone. You'll all have to do the same thing if you leap over there. Let's just make an ability. Do acrobatics. Okay, yeah, she makes it. Yeah, Tabaxel.
I'll just dash, and I'm gonna jump across the roof ledge. And can I try to like land on her and grab her as I jump?
Yeah, you got that much movement?
Yep.
Oh, dash, right. Yeah, so the dash is your the dash is your action. What else? What else?
You mounted her.
Make a. I think if you roll a really high acrobatics or athletics, whichever you pick, make it a DC 18. I'll say that if you do, you land on top of her and knock her prone. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. You both tumble, but you're both knocked prone.
I always land.
Yeah, prone. Get off me! So you're both prone, kind of like wrestling on the ground. One tit falls out. Baloo.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And
I'll move over here just so it's.
Mm-hmm.
Did we say what we did with Hickabee?
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him out of the fight.
he stayed home.
Yeah.
I'm going to. We'll Sacred Flamer.
All right.
She's prone now.
So is that
No, it doesn't do it.
doesn't matter.
I don't know if it affects the dexterity save or not.
Nah.
Do you get a dexterity save when you're prone?
Yeah. Oh, well, that's a good point. I think you get disadvantage on dex saves if you're prone.
Then she would have failed. Yes.
I think you're right. I think that's a good point.
I need my GM screen. Where's my GM's?
Disadvantage. Otherwise, no. Disadvantage on attacks. Attacks within 5 feet have been otherwise disadvantage. Can you stand up? No, it doesn't say that.
What about grapple?
She's not grappled. You guys are just prone. Let me double check. Make sure I transcribe that to my cheat sheet correctly. Just double check. Grappled for sure, but prone. No. All right, so she makes. Snarn, you're up. You guys are both prone.
I'm just gonna cast a firebolt.
Okay. You have disadvantage because she's prone.
But my advantage negates it, so it's just a normal.
Okay, pack tactics. Okay, that's a hit. Leon, you're up. She's fighting, and her and Tabax are kind of like trying to wrestle and grapple each other.
I guess I have to take a shot at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, ranged attacks on a prone creature get disadvantage. Yeah, you miss. Nimbus.
The good news is that we have missed anyway.
Yeah, that's the
Can
good.
someone please tell me the easiest way to the port? Am I rolling a wisdom saving throw?
No, and I think you do the action till it's done. If you fail it, let's see here.
She has to make a concentration roll, doesn't she?
Yes.
Defense is channeled.
Yeah, I think I gave him the fact that he hit her, but she didn't really. Oh, you get. Oh, she took damage from you. Okay, yeah. Let me. Let me.
I just like was walking around. He's like, it's not where no goes. He literally just goes like 20 feet one way, and then like, wait a minute, maybe it's this way.
Yeah. So.
No, this way. I don't know. Where is it? I need
All
to
right.
get
You
there.
guys go in the jungle. I've got to go find this port.
So the DC is 10 or half the damage, whichever's higher. So just roll straight D20, right? Or is it
Yeah.
con? Oh, it's con. It's con. So con save. That's right. Yeah, she makes it. Thank you. I want to put down that she's concentrating. I forgot about that.
Alright. So if that's the case, I'm gonna go try to find the port.
Yeah. You don't know where you are.
Right.
So you can wander around a little bit if you like.
So I'm gonna go to the edge of the building and start trying to look out. Can I roll a perception check as my action?
Yeah, do that. Okay. Unfortunately, you know which direction the port is.
There's water. It must be that way.
But it's off to the east. You got to the edge of the building and you realized, oh no, it's actually the other way. I think you got to a point where it cleared between some buildings and you could actually see it.
I kind of just look at Hickabee, who's across the thing. The port's the other way, Hickabee.
Yeah, down there. And he points.
All right, and that's it.
All right. The Yanti will take half of her movement and stand up. Yep. She will. Let's see. She'll cast poison spray on Tabaxel.
Oh, jeez.
You must make a DC 12 con save, which you fail. So you take 11 poison damage. Then she will boop, boop, boop. You get attack of opportunity on her if you choose. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 15 feet. Yeah. If you want. Okay, yeah, you hit. Oh, wait, you're prone. Does that matter? Does it? Yeah, no, it's a fail.
Well, you can stand up as a move action.
Not for an attack of
Oh,
opportunity.
that's right.
But good news is it's your turn now.
Good. Then I'll spend half my move standing up.
Okay.
I'll attack her.
All right.
Oh, he missed. Oh wait, and I got 4 hit points.
Don't worry, I'll take care of you.
Alright. 13.
13's a hit.
And dagger.
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right. Baby crit. Baloo, you're up. The tussle continues on the roof.
So, can I make athletics instead of an acrobatics to go across?
Sure. Ooh.
So I fall down the hole.
No, you land,
I just fall prone.
but you fall prone, and your movement is
That's
down.
okay, perfect. I put my hands together and I go, Torm, heal my friends, protect them. And I do, actually no. It's a new day, right? It's a new day.
Yeah, you got all your spells back.
That's right. I channel divinity. And Tabaxo, what's your total hit points?
15.
And how many hit points do you have?
4.
So I can give you back 7.
Wonderful.
And then I take the other 3.
Okay.
Because no one else is hurt.
Snarn.
I'll cast another firebolt.
Oh, concentration check for.
Oh, right. Yep. Thank you. Thank you. I will always forget that, so always remind me. Concentration. She makes.
Should be good.
24. Yeah, you hit. Crit. Okay. She stumbles a bit, and she is very. Her gown's all like burnt. Her robes are all burnt, and she's bleeding out of her nose. And you see her left ear, there's a little bit of blood leaking out of it. She's in bad shape.
Make a
Concentration.
concentration save.
Why have you attacked us?
Go. What was the damage? Or have to? Yeah, she makes. Leon. Blue, you can yell for. Yeah, that's a free action. And yeah, she doesn't say anything to you. Let me be,
Surrender or you will die.
interlopers. And Leon, you're up.
I see that after I jump the ledge, I get a nice smile on my face and prepare myself for an awesome turtle leap.
I stretch my trunk across.
You make it. Yeah. What's the one in the turtle movie? Buckchuck or what was it? I forgot what it was.
I don't know.
Okay.
And
Those movies are so horrible.
Yeah.
The new ones, not the old ones.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. You make it. You're good. Longbow. You pull it out midair. Yeah. She is no longer able to be questioned.
Yay. And she's done concentrating.
Yeah, that's true.
Nimbus, snap out of it.
Why the hell was I going to the port?
I shouldn't have killed her, I'm thinking, but what are you gonna do?
Didn't have a
I have a
choice.
feeling it's gonna happen.
Yeah, she was pretty powerful for what it was. So
Axel, what does she have on her?
I'll check her, see if she got any notes.
yeah, she has a dispatch. In fact, does anyone speak Draconic?
I do.
Okay. There is a note, and it is to her, and it basically instructions to kill any interlopers asking questions about the soulmonger, and it is signed Ras Nasi. Yeah, those are the basics. Basically, report back to me. Kill any people asking about the soulmonger.
She got anything else on her?
Anything else? Yeah.
No, she doesn't have any gold or anything valuable apart from. Let's see what she had. She does have a scimitar, short bow, 20 arrows,
I think the arrows and the scimitar.
and the info drop note.
Is there like a tapestry or a cloth anywhere?
Yeah, I mean there are rugs all over. This is someone's house though.
Well, we're on the roof, right?
Mm-hmm. You can tell they sleep up there. There are different like mats and like cushions and stuff laid out. So it must be like when
Something
it's
big enough to wrap her up in.
really hot.
And
Yes.
we'll roll her body up in it, and I'll wrap my trunk around it, and we'll bring her to the authorities.
Okay.
Wait, what are we going to do?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Why is it not a good idea?
Because you're bringing a dead person to the authorities.
Yes. And she has a note to attack us. We have construction workers who saw the whole thing. We have witnesses. They're right there. I wave at the construction workers. Hi, construction workers.
Oh, hi.
Good job killing her.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, you can tell.
Okay.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
You're okay. See? We're heroes.
Do you have that tattoo?
We get away with killing people.
She does not.
Oh, there's that.
She does not. But you do
Perhaps we can...
you do notice on make an investigation check on her actually while you're at it.
She's still warm. Oh.
Gross. Yeah, you notice you're checking her out, and then I don't know, maybe you scuff her forehead or something, and you notice that she's got like layers of makeup, like from a disguise kit, and it's covering up something blue on her forehead, and you smudge it away with your finger, and it's appears to be a blue triangle. They're tattooed or dyed deeply into her forehead.
Have we seen this before?
You haven't, no.
I think we need to talk to grandfather again.
Perhaps the constables can tell us what it's about.
Perhaps.
Okay. So you drag her corpse off there, and there are a couple of guards actually near there, and you roll her out at their feet. Oh my God! What have you brought to us? And they pull their swords. What is the meaning of this?
We warn them before we do that. It's like, hey, here's the body.
Self-defense.
That's not how I imagined it.
We brought you a present. This will be you next. We give them before we unwrap the body. Say we were attacked.
Yeah, I think
Good suit.
I think by then the construction workers are too, like they're making their way down. I saw the whole thing.
This is a note we found upon her. She was attacked us. We were merely in self-defense.
And he just kind of furrows his brow and he looks at it and he hands it back to you. I don't know what it means.
Now we. Oh, that's right. It's in Draconic.
And then yeah.
I don't know it either. My comrade can read it. It was a note for assassination.
Yeah, Snorn kind of reads it to him. He's like, Ras Nasid, I don't know who that is. And he looks at her forehead and he says, oh, and he kind of like whispers to the other one, we have seen that mark though. We have seen that mark. Well, it is usually the marking of someone dead in the jungle.
That is weird.
Yes.
I thought someone was supposed to be able to be resurrected due to the death curse.
Maybe she's killing the people in the jungle and putting the blue triangle on. We've got the blue triangle killer.
High five.
I just hit your knee.
The next season of Riverdale. Yeah, so yeah, it's kind of a mystery to them, but they do recognize that, and even if you ask around to other people, the name Ras Nasi does not ring a bell to anyone. Yeah.
Do you mind if we keep the note? Or...
Yeah. Keep the body too, for all we care. Too much paperwork.
We don't know what to do with it. We're not from around.
Shit.
Just toss it to the dinosaurs.
Not a bad idea. They start taking. You can see like this the scales and like she's trying to cover up some of the scales on her shoulders and stuff, and they start to come through quite clearly. And
Does anybody know what race that is?
yeah, you guys can make a check for it if you want. Just a regular, I don't know, history check or
Just be intelligence for me.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is, and they're from.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
should have known before.
Yeah, you recognize her as Yanti Pureblood.
I know exactly what she is and what they do, but I don't know where they come from. I don't know how I know that.
Yeah, I think that as far as near Baldur's Gate, there are a few places around that are supposedly Yuan-ti temples full of snake men, and that she is a snake woman called a pureblood. She does, you can tell, and you're able to point out like her eyes. They resemble just the serpentine, and some of the scales on her shoulders that are coming through mark her as being a snake person.
Very interesting.
Yeah, and they're evil.
So the snake people want to kill us.
See, Nimbus, it's not all humans. Lots of people want to kill us.
She's a snake person pretending to be human.
True.
So I call it human.
Okay. Time for Tej.
All right, Tej time it is. Take all these turns out.
So what time of day is it?
Yeah, it's getting. Let's see here.
It is
Maybe.
9 a.m.
No, I think maybe early afternoon. You guys had gone to see Grandfather's Tembe. It took some time to get there and do a little shopping and murder the lady in the evening gown.
Well, I guess we're not leaving today.
I still think we should ask Zatembe about who this person is.
That's something we can do if he has recovered from the morning. Are there message boys?
Yeah, I think that you can do that. I think that to save the effort there, that Grandfather's Tembe messages you back that he is a name not familiar to him. But he did. You mentioned the blue triangle, and it's something that perhaps he saw in his vision.
But we are knowing now that we have to face snake people. And Yanti are snake people. So they are onto us, they know. And
How did they know? We don't even know.
Well, to tell you the truth, we have not been very silent about spreading the word.
Yeah. I think the first thing that y'all did when you came in, Leon said, ask the bartender.
Nimbus.
Was it Nimbus? Somebody.
Yeah.
No, that was actually me. It was my bad.
Yeah, Leon. Yeah. What is this? Where's this soulmonger?
Do you know what the
He's going
soulmonger
to
is?
do the map for me.
Do you know what the soulmonger is?
What?
Antelope. It's right there.
Right. Cool. Yeah, so I guess you guys make your way back. If you want to re-up your hit points and spell slots, we'll just say you spend the night.
We would also send word to Tara saying that we'll leave tomorrow.
Okay.
We ran into a problem, and we will be ready tomorrow.
Okay, yeah. Azaka Stormfang is ready to go when you are. Excellent. All right. Well, I think this is a good spot. It's 9 o'clock, so that's a good spot to end it. And next week we will start in the jungle.
In the jungle.
Well, on the boat. Because she's going to be taking us downriver.
Right.
Yeah, upriver.
One of those.
No, I think it's down.
No. We are at the port.
Right.
Rivers follow to the largest body, so we are going upriver.
Yeah. There you go.
Deeper inland to the snake people.
Cool.
I wonder if the bird people eat the snake people. They think they're giant worms.
It's a good question.
That's all we gotta do. It's like World of Warcraft, right? Just build up your reputation with one to fight the other one.
Right.
Sounds like we're going to fight the Lich King anyway.
That's true.
Perhaps we can bring their body to the authorities when we're done.
Well, you know what we're gonna do? Leave her on the roof?
Yeah.
Yes. But that, leave
Yeah.
her on the roof.
That'll cause all kinds of diseases and nastiness.
You see all that thatched hay up there? You could just like Assassin's Creed, just kind of like just shove her in there.
Only if she does a swan dive into it.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
All right, cool. Well, I appreciate it, guys. I'll wrap it up tonight, and we'll see y'all next week.
All right.
Awesome.
Are we
Alright,
level 3?
Say what?
Are we level 3 or no?
I'm gonna add up the XP, and I'll send that out in a little bit.
So it's funny. I told him to toss the body to the dinosaurs. It's because